Hey all, this is Urs, and welcome back to XCOM Long Wars. We just finished that medium UFO shoot down. I gotta fetch for a second. I gotta complain. Last month when we lost China on the third terror mission, eagle-eyed viewers pointed this out, and if you haven't been reading the comments, I want to bring it up here. It is not possible, technically, if everything's working correctly, to have 3 terror missions in 1 month in Long War, but we just did. Which means something went wrong, likely when we upgraded to version 1.0 and reset the alien supply count. So we really shouldn't have been doing as badly as we were in February. Shouldn't have gotten hit that hard. Unfortunately, we're going to have to be playing from behind a little bit because of that. And we lost 2 satellites that month. Despite us shooting down the scouting UFO, the satellite hunt went off anyway. So, you know, it was a rough one, and it was more rough than even Long War makes it. Just want to highlight that so we understand that our plan was working. It's just kind of got a little sidetracked there. But anyway, I digress. I don't really digress. I wanted to bring that up just in case there was some discussion going on. It's clear that something got borked. 3 terror missions in 1 month should not have happened. But hopefully it'll straighten out this month. The aliens are only at 10 supply over 5 because their last melt container was 15, so it should be at 1 or 2 supply, which means that we have a 7 out of 8 or almost 9 out of 10 chance to only see 1 terror mission. If we get unlucky, we'll see 2, but, you know, them's the breaks. Anyways, let's go. Mainly, I need to do one thing, which I forgot to do because I was so excited about shooting down that medium, and that was not the skeleton key. I want to make another one, but can't really do it. That was to get a dodge module back up, so we blew that one at the very end there. We're definitely running a little bit shy, I think, on Cyberdisk Rex. How close are we? 7. Yeah, we're gonna be able to make 3 more dodge modules, and that's about it. I don't like that very much. Alright, well, what are you gonna do? That's the way it goes. We'll sell a couple things once we get the plasma research up to get our first plasma carbine going. That'll be beautiful. Until such time, though, before I start scanning, let me check my hangar. Yeah, Asia's a little behind the 8 ball, but we have support incoming, basically. I think Colonel Salsa may want to transfer out, but I think we're okay for now. If we get desperate, we'll do that. Let me just keep rolling for now. Okie dokes. We're about 2 days from that, and we're about to get a psi training notification. So what do we got? Holy crap, Zoidberg passed. Beautiful. Psi-lab time. So, we can either put someone who's ready for advanced training, or we can start digging other soldiers in there. Yeah, Rat Dog, yeah, the odds are non-existent. Weird Tree again with 36 will. That's pretty much not going to happen. We have a couple new folks, and the rest of our folks are fatigued. Like, I want to get some of our basic Rocketeers in there, but they've just been on every mission, pretty much. We've had so many things coming out. Unless you don't have anyone to plug in there except for, I don't know, someone I basically don't want to plug in there yet. Yeah, I really don't have a good candidate for the Psi School right now. I would make another Rocketeer, but it's basically, I mean, it's just look at this. The aim is terrible here. 60 is a really bad starting aim when the average is 65. 62 is a little better, but still under par. So I'm not really keen on making them Rocketeers, but I may not have a choice in the matter. I don't know. It's a little funny how this worked out, but right now, yeah, we're not staffing the Psi Labs, I guess. And we have a couple people coming out fatigue that need to go in there for training anyway, so you know what? Like, where's a really good example? I think there's 2 or 3 that I've been putting off. Yeah, like Morris needs to go in there. She's fatigued for 3 days. Yeah, I mean, we've been waiting for Kaze for a while. No, Kaze just got her promotion, but Spike has been waiting for it for a bit. Hank has been waiting for it for a bit, but he's currently training. So yeah, all these people that need to go in there. We'll get there. We'll get there, just taking a little bit of time. But anyway, glad Zoidberg passed. It means he can get himself a little more talent on the psychic side. We're about to get our... Ah, finally! Titan armor. Oh, please. Thank you. God, what request from Europe is about to expire? This is a good question, actually. This is a very good question. Not that. Not Gray Market, you turd. Pending requests. Oh, the stasis tanks, and yeah, none of these things I can actually complete. So yeah, no worries about that expiring. Ship transfer's done. Nap of the Earth medium destroyer. Trying to generate panic in Japan yet again. We have another one of these. Just in time, we got Colonel Sweeper up here. Let's rock and roll. Now, we're a little worrisome here because we don't have a dodge module, but let's hope this actually lines up. Let's go. They really are sending a lot of bombing missions. They're trying to get Japan out of the council. I'm not gonna abide.
Strike range.
Destroyers hit really hard, so we're a little scared on that. Hopefully we can knock this guy down. Come on. Come on. Got him. All right. Got him. We got the cash bounty for it. Sick. I may actually be able to even swing 2 carbines. Oh, that'd be amazing. Yeah, it's 250s. I need to make like 70 credits, which I probably can. Sick. So how about our hangar now over Asia? 10 and 11 days. All right. So Commander Sweeper, no longer Colonel, just Commander, because, you know, badass like that. I'm going to transfer Commander Sweeper out, because apparently we're just taking... Yeah, they're pushing Asia really hard. Joker's going to be back. I feel like I need to get another high-level unit, because Asia is obviously the target. Colonel Shady. Do we have Colonel Bluto here, Lieutenant with 1. Lieutenant with 1. Yeah, see, that's not looking good to me. And yeah, we have colonels and lieutenants everywhere. At least we'll have a colonel up here. Alright, you know what? Let's take Colonel Shady and transfer out to Asia, because it's just gonna be a rough set of days, I think, in that particular continent. Alright, but at least we got that, and that's really, really nice. And we're close on research. Come on. Give me that plasma, girl. Give me that plasma. Thank you! And Yorg came back just in time. So we can build alien plasma carbine cores to build our own plasma small arms, carbines, and storm guns available. Awesome. So this carbine is actually as good on damage as a heavy Gauss, with +6 defense, +1 movement, and +6 aim. It's huge. Storm gun is +4 movement instead of a normal +3 like other SMG class units, and obviously a huge upgrade to that. I like all of this. We're gonna keep going. I mean, we could divert to pistols, but that's not my priority. I would like plasma pistols, but I gotta keep the heavy research going. EMP is nice, but that Lyrium cost is insane. I need to get advanced plasma, which give us proper rifles, and then precision plasma, which give us strike rifles, and then I'll go back, I think. But first, let's keep this plasma research going. We're gonna dive deep in, and our resources are plentiful. Glad we have so many fragments to go. We can actually afford this pretty well, and our Lyrium tally is doing great. Now, however, we need to get to the gray market, sell some stuff, make 70 credits worth, so we can get ourselves some plasma carbines, just at least 2, and that would just be a massive upgrade. Okay, so what can we sell? We have Titan armor now, so this is awesome. Stims we like, Titan plating we're keeping. Yeah, none of these things that we built in the past we really want to get rid of, honestly. So I guess it's just down to corpses again. We have a lot of sectoid corpses. We've seem to have acquired a number. We'll keep them around 25. It seems to be a good number. Floaters are still useful for aim modules, I think. We don't need that many, though. The downside without China, we don't have xenological remedies, so a lot of the money that we get from this is considerably reduced. We can get a bunch of mutant corpses out of there. 64. We're not making a lot on berserker corpses. We don't need that many. It's 79, and that's all we need, effectively. Alright, I like that. I like that. The crystal carcasses are really, wow, they're really valuable. Holy crap. We don't need that many more anyway, because we have a lot of Titan plating.
Aliens are definitely persistent.
They are.
Whatever it is they're doing, they're not giving up without a fight.
Obviously. Okay, so no new pending requests. Or just calm and cooperation. Yeah, so I mean, they're going after Japan like crazy. As we know, they're going after Asia. So we're going to have to kick them out a little bit. Engineering, though, this is what we're going to do. We are going to take back... How close are we to actually getting the facilities from the workshop? I don't know if we're actually get the workshop bonus on this, but I want to just get the carbines moving. Build by items. Weaponry. Plasma carbine. Like I said, I want to make the storm gun at some point, but it's just a little bit less on credits. I'll make it. I will, because that'll give me a backup for my stutter gun, but the carbines are just too powerful not to have right now. And these will be great on backup units when we get proper rifles for our main units. So 2 mailed, 60 alloys, 40 Illyrium. It's a steep cost, but so worth it. I'm make another plasma carbine. Awesome. And how many more carbines do we have? We used a bunch for the actual research. Where's the plasma carbine? Here we go. Alien carbine. I have 2 more. So 1 more carbine, 1 more, and a stutter gun probably. And then the rifles will have 2 shotguns, a precision rifle, and a normal rifle. And that'll be fine. And then we'll go to pistols probably or something, or depending on what our research needs are. But so far so good. We're actually into plasma weaponry. In 12 days we'll have our first set. And that can be before our base attack or not. 7 days. So we won't have plasma for the first base, but that's okay. I want to get that one down so we can start moving and probably get the finances we need, actually, to get the... what is it called? Good God, I'm losing my brain right here. Satellite Nexus, there we go. I was like, SATI... what? SATI Nexus. Okay. Alright. That's our plan for now. Our barracks are coming out. Jorg is finally back after taking that massive injury during the base defense mission. It cost him some will, but he's still got pretty decent will comparatively. He is psychic, so that's going to keep improving as he trains up. Our engineers are almost out of there. Zyther's almost out of our cyber augmentation. As long as this month doesn't do something crazy like send me 3 Terra missions, I'll be alright. Now, the other question is, Scilabs, do we have anyone we want to plug in here right now? We could go Tony Blair in there. We could toss Tony Blair into the psychic tank. Because we got Rat Dog, and do we have, like, Saints out in a day? Yeah, that's fine. Let me get Tony Blair in there. I really like the flexibility of having our assaults psychic. So let's do that. Get Tony in there, already one of our top operators. Mind Fray for the longer range flexibility. Let's do that and move on. Yeah, credits really are what we're shy on right now. So, you know, I would like more officers. Obviously, I haven't forgotten about the OTS. I want more field officers and stuff, but it's just, credits are tight. If we raid the base, we should be okay on them. But right now, we need to stop the aliens more than we need...
Aircraft transfer complete.
That new recruit, tactical corporal for 20 muton corpses. Yeah, thank you. I like that. Tactical. Tactical, I think, yeah, it's either assault or infantry. And I want to keep doing these because, you know, obviously, the more soldiers we have on backup, the better. Dodge is back.
Power generator complete.
Fish and Jenny's up. So now we could, if we had the money, build the SATI Nexus, but we are not going to be able to make 300 credits off the cuff. There's no way. We're going to have to wait for the base raid or something else. But, you know, I'm honestly okay with this. I want to finish the workshop. I could cancel this for 200 credits and scrape it together somewhere else, but, you know, right now, I just want to make sure we're okay on that, and we're going to be ready to raid in 5 days, so we can wait 5 days. It's okay. Skeleton Key, carry on. Okay, Zyther's about to be augmented. Vasconcelos, otherwise known as Zyther. It's awfully quiet suddenly. They started off this month really, really hard. I have a feeling we're going to get bunched up in the middle of the month like we tend to, as usual. Low Destroyer. Okay, so again, another Destroyer flying in India, obviously for a satellite hunt, which I'm not a fan of. So let's get Colonel Shady out there to do the work, and if we need to follow up with someone, we will. I'm glad I put another Colonel up here, because this is just scary. Let's go. Let's get this Destroyer down. Come on, come on, come on. Not done with you yet.
Approaching target.
Guys, things hurt like hell if you get connected.
Taking heavy fire.
Okay, I'm gonna get out. I'm gonna get out. We're gonna go aggro with a Phoenix Cannon kill, I think. Because these are the kind of kills we want to set up our Phoenix Cannon guys. Ones where they're already blowing up, we can get a couple shots in and then get out. Get back here, buddy. I done with you. No!
Contact lost.
Okay, that's annoying. How much time do we take off our hangar for that? 6 days. Okay, could be worse. We got Captain Pasha, though. That's someone who's relatively senior in the major, so we should be alright still. Alright.
Contact detected.
Nap of the Earth Raider. He's not bombing. This was like a landing. Probably a trap landing. They don't really give Japan much of a break, do they? See if we can shoot this thing down. I would not want to go through a landing if I can avoid it. And this is just a raider, so we should be able to handle this pretty comfortably. And this is basically like a direct affront to our sovereignty. They want to land on our soil and get their troops out there. Like I said, this is a raider, it's not a destroyer. It seems to be remarkably accurate for being a weaker ship. Got him. Alright, alien crew. Which is good. I'll take an easier mission down, and this is a medium anyway. So how bad are we on aircraft now in Asia? If I need to shift something around, I will. Yeah, Colonel Poacher, Colonel Shady, Colonel Salsa. All our colonels are in deep, deep doo-doo. We still have laser cannons and Phoenix cannons up, though. I don't know how much transfer I can actually keep up here. I may transfer Shady out, in this case, and get Colonel Buster down there. Yeah, Asia's getting hit hard, and I think I just got to keep up Keep up the transfer elsewhere so we can keep Asia strong. Go there, get Colonel Buster transferring to Asia. They're sending a lot of mediums up, but, you know, we're counting on that. So why don't we get in here? How close are we actually to the restorative mist? Are we even within the realm of hours here? 1 hour, yeah. Because I'm thinking this may be a nice mission to take Xyther on. And 2 hours for Walker Servo. So, you know, I'm going to wait the 2 hours then. Holy crap, that's definitely something I want to do. Yep. Yeah, not a chance in hell. That's what I'm talking about. Okay. So now we can take this mission up with whoever we pretty much want, as people are more or less out of the pain bay. Okay, now, medium shoot down. Like I said, didn't want it to land. I don't want to risk the troops before the base raid. Later on, we're going to probably want to start these guys to land. Okay, Morris is out. I'm going to shove her in the Psy tank, actually, before we do this. It's a lot of planning here, but... Oh, no, Blair's in there already. Oh, 2 hours for Hank to get out of there. All right, let's see if we need a sniper of Hank's caliber on this, or we have someone who's sufficiently veteran to handle it. We have Wolf, and we have Yoko. Okay, so we're just fine. We'll probably take Shadow Beam on this, honestly, since if there's a Terror mission and the base raid is going to be either Yoko or Wolf. So, yeah. Okay, good. We have Valkyrie available, and we have an Archer available. I'm going to probably double mech this, just to make this easier. I want to take Xyther out, because he's our first Guardian. Ooh, we get to spec out a Guardian mech here. Ah, this is excellent. Let's go. I have this written down. I actually have the damn paper for once. Yes, I still run on paper, so sue me. Guardians, yes. So there's a good set of specs. He's pretty much at the point where he's just shy of all the survivability stuff. Absorption fields and damage control are coming, which is, you know, a little scary as far as I'm concerned. He's going to be a little fragile, but we're going to probably make do with giving him a little bit of a tankier shell. But Guardian mechs are great because they can heal, and they can also stand in the front and overwatch with covering fire and Sentinel, which is huge. Just huge. I mean, Sentinel's core to the build, so repair servos are not going to happen, but we have a healing ability in our own, so that's kind of the way I'm thinking about it. Anyway, show you how to spec them. Obviously, Opportunist. Boom. Then, I think Field Medic is important to the core of the way the class works. You know, Steadfast is great, Ranger is okay, but this is important. It grants a free use of the medkit. Or if you're using the Restorative Mist, I'm going to let this scroll down so you understand how I'm speccing this. It's actually really important to talk about. Allows Restorative Mist to be used 3 times instead of once. That's massive. That's massive. So if you're going to put Restorative Mist on him, like we're planning, we are dropping Field Medic. Now here, platform stability, not a bad idea because this mech does kind of sit there and just tank. Automated Threat Assessment, also pretty good, but covering fire is what makes this work. You put this mech in front of somebody, it's like, okay, go ahead and try and shoot my weaker troops. I dare you. So covering fire is the way we're going to roll with this. Then, Packmaster, okay, we get more healing out of it. We're not doing a healing-focused kind of build. We're going to try to do kind of a battle medic build on this. Repair servos, I normally would take it. I would normally take it, because I really like it, and it's really extended in Long War how well it works. However, if we're going to go on the covering fire build, if we're going to go all in on kind of a protector, we need a Sentinel. So we're going to rock Sentinel. Now here is the choice. I mean, reactive targeting is nice, but if we're going Overwatch build, we'll always be Overwatching, so we don't really need this per se. Now, options, Savior or Deadeye. Deadeye, I mean, if we're Overwatching and we're depending on that to hit, and heavy floaters are in play, I mean, anything that's heavy and in the air, we need Deadeye. And all our Deadeye soldiers are such a boon when stuff like that comes around. Now, Savior is nice. We don't get the first benefit out of Savior, but here, Restorative Mist units heal, I think, 3 more? 3 more health per use. This makes him a much better healer. But again, the Restorative Mist itself, 3 uses, it's 6 hit points and an AoE. It's really, really good. It's like an AoE med kit. It's enough, I think. I may regret that decision, but for our first Guardian mech, if we're going, you know, straight up, I will enforce my will upon my enemies kind of situation, we're going to go Deadeye to make sure these shots that he's protecting with are actually going to connect. And here, I mean, as much as I want lock and load, so we can just lock and load Overwatch, I need abs fields for the tankiness. As much as I want, you know, ready for anything or damage, I mean, double tap would be awesome. Again, but not really in the Overwatch build. Here, I think the only choice is damage control, but here, abs fields, I think, are an absolute necessity for a mech that's getting in the front, getting stuck in it, and also contending with heat ammo at this rate. So that's how I'm building my Guardians, just so you understand my thought process. And we'll see how he flies. Let's load him out. Unlike our usual close-range mechs, we're actually going to equip him with a Defender because he's a little squishier than I would like, and it kind of works as a Defender mech. Pulse Lance, is going to be the gun of choice because he'll be using that gun to excess. Now, Zyther looks so badass here. And by the way, Zyther, if you want to comment on how you want your mech colored and stuff, just let me know. If you want a hat of something, I mean, that look at that stare, man. You do not mess with this guy. He's meant to be a mech. Holy crap. Oh, that's scaring me a little bit, and he's on my team. So Restorative Mist, 3 uses, which is awesome. Spray Mist, you can heal yourself too, which helps his survivability. And then we're going to roll probably the Flamethrower rather than Kinetic Strike. So we can panic people, they can sit in the open, and we can just go to town on them, more or less. So we're going to go Flamethrower for now, until he gets closer, and then we'll see. And we'll go Carbide, Plating, and Core Armoring. So we're sitting at 32 hit points. It's pretty good, and it's only going to get better. That's going to go much longer, is what I'm trying to say, with Distortion Fields and Damage Control. There we go. Okay. So I mean, should I double mech it? It was going to be a landing, so this is going to be pretty much a pretty heavy alien complement. So I do think I do need to go double mech. And I'll take... Should I take my archer? I mean, yeah, that one guy's almost there for the promotion. And I'm going to want Cairo probably for my base attack. So let's take my archer. She'll be further in the back as it stands. We'll load her out with the Valiant, the Railgun, Proxy, and Grenades. And then roll into Core Armoring, and I'm gonna probably stick with... Oh, we can put a Cog Enhancer on her. Oh, not a bad idea. Let's put the Cog Enhancer on here. And so she can get up to that rank faster. I like that. That's perfect. So she'll be more agile than our tank mech, but that's fine. So our 2 mechs next to each other, kind of blocking each other's view. That's alright. Okay, so if we kind of use him as our medic spec... We don't necessarily need a medic, just a backup med kit somewhere, so we have a little more flexibility with what kind of firepower we bring. Basically, we can bring a lot more. Medium shoot down. Are you in the zone quality action yet, or not? You have in the zone. Okay, so Spike... God, she can get into the side tank, though. I need her to go in the side tank. Never mind, I can't take Spike on this. You'll be trained afterwards. And we could take Fire Phoenix Kasai on this. But we don't have the flexibility of run and gun or hit and run yet. Yeah, I need... This is a medium. It's not a small. I gotta take one of my senior scouts on it. And what kind of land are we looking at? Silver Building. So we're gonna go Shotgun Scout, which... I mean, Nova's coming on the base raid, so I think Mammy's gonna have to take this one on with a shotgun. And Sniper, it's a question of who we're taking on the base raid. And again, I think I'm gonna take Saint out on that, so we don't want to put him on this mission in case he gets injured. So we can take Zergan out if we want the close range stuff, and he could work a little bit of psychic work on this as well. Commando would be nice. I think Zergan is still going to be the choice here. I want him to get to Master Sergeant, and he's already a senior operator, so that works for me, which makes sense. Then our sniper is going to be Shadow Bee. We talked about this already with a disabling shot, because we're not going to pack a lot of heat per se. So Sniper Scout, we have a quasi-medic, which will work just fine. And so we need kind of an engineer to keep our mechs in running order. Excellent's gonna, I think, be that guy. Belchua, you are not under repair yet, but you are a support guy. That's more or less fine with me. You're gonna get pretty close to repair. Let's take Belchua. I mean, or we're taking so many mechs. I do think with Zyther's relative squishiness, it makes sense to take someone who's got repair on. And we won't have a new repair engineer for a day, so we could technically take a repair engineer and still be fine. Let's take then... I'm not sure I want Excellent on the base raid. I may just have to fatigue him for that. Hold on, let me check. How many days to the base raid exactly? Basically, when do we get the satellite? 3 days. Ah, screw balls. I don't want to... Yeah, now I actually have a problem. How am I going to staff this if I want Excellent on the base raid? Yeah, I can't actually afford to take him now, then. We do have a healing mech, so that is something, actually. Yeah, you know what? I think it'll be okay. Let's go with Marco. He's okay. He's alive, and he's going to provide Sapper, and that'll help set off the mines we set here. No, that's fine. That's fine. And then we have 2 more slots, so a gunner for sure, so we can have suppression available. So it looks like Dane is probably coming on the base raid, actually, because Van Dorn's going to be commanding the other missions. So we can't take Dane. I guess we'll take Morris out again, despite her needing the psychic practice. This will provide us with heat as well. And we have walker servos to help her movement. So actually, that's fine. We have walker servos. We can test them on her. It's actually really interesting, because we really are looking at that base rate pretty intensely as a major staffing necessity. And then our last slot. Do we have enough straight-up gunfire? Do we take... Yeah, do we take an infantry, or do we take a rocketeer? That's a damn good question. Do we take a rocketeer in case we have airborne enemies that we need to deal with? Because our infantry role is more or less handled by the mech, and it also doubles as sort of healer bot. We get 3 heals out of him. And I wouldn't take any more medkits than that anyway, so that's fine. So I guess with a... No, we don't have a support. That's right, we don't have a support NG. Yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I do need some smoke, some basic smoke. So who can we take for basic smoke? And all our engineers are still fatigued. We take Tisiphone. No, Tisiphone's also a sapper. And we can't wait this long. Saeed is a sapper. Dorian has got a day on him. Well, shit. Actually, this is a really good question, then. Who do we take as support? Because do we just give him some smoke? Hell, let's just give Marco some smoke. Okay, let's keep him in there. And then, alright, so the last slot is going to have to be either, like I said, infantry for more daka. Or we go rocketeer for more boom boom. We already have a lot of boom boom, though. Not for airborne enemies, but we can probably handle them, honestly. Are you spec Deadeye? No, but our mech is. Okay, no, we should be fine on that. So let's go... Oh, man, this is actually a really tough decision. I'm sorry this is taking so long, but it's actually a really tough decision. Do we go with infantry for more cover and take one of our younger infantry? I mean, we could take Reaper out, and he'd actually have the equipment he needs to go into gunnery sergeant at that point. And even Sentinel would be even better off with having him on the crew. Or do we go with more support in the form of explosive support and shred? Do we have a source of shred is the question. We do not. We do not have a source of shred, so that may be my deciding factor, honestly. You're gonna go a little heavy with the explosives, but I mean, I kind of want to do this mission and go home in one piece, and that's a good way to go. So let's take one of our younger rocketeers. That way we can justify taking that. And Dog 100 is almost there to a promotion, but let's take Plank Bob, since he's the youngest of the bunch, and he needs to get his experience up. Alright, that's my plan. Let's take Plank Bob out on here. Alright, I think that's fine. Make items available and let's go to town. Sorry that took so long, guys, but this is, as you can see, the staffing on this is going to be very, very critical for the missions that are incoming. Alright, so where's my shotguns? Alloy cannon. We'll probably give you the heater, I think, because you're going to be making good use of that with hit and run. Not walker servos. You're going to go chameleon suit, the usual setup here, buddy. Motion track, and a chitin plate. That's perfect. So you've got 25 hit points, nice and tanky. Gunner with the crap movement is definitely going to have an auto gun here because it's close quarters. We need to be able to move and fire. Give you the walker servos on you here, just before I forget, because this is definitely the walker servo candidate. Her, Tyler, and Krungle are basically our walker servos people. They need some movement help, and that'll be instrumental. And who do I put the Titan on? Alright, let's kit this out first. I think she may be getting Titan, actually. Alright, you go here, get the Titan. This is the first time we actually kit out everyone in the armors that I more or less want them to have. Take the pistol for the range, and we'll go breaching, impact vest, because we're going to be getting up close and personal. And we're going to go with the chitin plating, obviously. So now we're sitting at 24. Also very tanky, very good. Shadow Beam, this is going to be an easy kit. Aegis for sure now. We can afford that. Strike, don't worry about that because you can move. You're psychic, so neural gun link. Let's take the alloy bipod and the oh shit button, I think. Makes sense. Yep, oh shit button makes sense. We are looking at the strike rifle, right? Yeah, we are. Alright, that's fine. Now Marco, and then, yeah, easy enough to do Plank Bob here. Aegis, Stutter, and that because we need to move once in a while. And then we're going to go with the scope on you, I think. So who's going to get the murder scope? I think it's going to be Morris getting the murder scope. Illuminator gun sight and AP. We still got to stick a backup medkit somewhere, which is kind of funny. So Titan, their movement's at 11, which is already better, and she looks tanky as hell. It's beautiful. 19 hit points. I'm almost thinking the armor piercing is not a good idea. I should give her chitin plate, just make her that much tougher. 22, and her movement's 10, which is already, you know, not horrible. Thanks to the Walker Servo, so that's fine. Who are we gonna give the backup medkit to, huh? Normally we have extra slots here, but now we do not. I guess Belchior may... No, we're gonna give him a backup smoke set. Yes. Oh no, you do have smoke grenade baseline. What am I talking about? He is the support guy. That whole discussion about whether I take a support was done. People, tell me when I'm being dumb. Okay, that's fine. So, if we're having smoke baseline, let's pack a flash instead. And we'll get you the Aegis and get you... Oh, finally, when I can kit my people out with the guns and the armor that I want, it's like such a huge load off. Alright, that's good, that's good. This is all beautiful. You actually have not a slot for the 4th Titan armor. Who are we going to put that in? Or who are we going to put in that, rather? Actually, we don't have a slot for the 4th Titan armor, because these guys need to move. We could put Marco in there in the Titan, because he's a little squishy. That would give you, again, not that much movement, but 12 is pretty, I mean, 18 hit points is pretty freaking good. I don't want to give it to Shadow because your movement sucks. If we weren't double making this, we'd obviously have someone in Titan easily. Alright, this looks like a seriously badass crew, except the question remains of who the hell's getting the backup medkit. That's so funny that that's actually a problem now. It normally is not. Yeah, I don't want to change this specking at all. So Shadowbee seems the likely candidate, but she has the oh shit button, which we need on her. Alright, let's give it to Plank Bob. We're steadying anyway. So we're going to give you the backup medkit, buddy. That's just what's going to happen. Your aim will be a little less bad. I mean, a little less good, but it's not the first time we've run without a scope on you. So that's alright, and I think that's fine. Alright, we have this kit. Let's at least see what the mission looks like. I know this episode has gone a long time with this kitting, but like I said, we finally have new people in new roles with new abilities, and I want to get them on. This is going to be a rough mission, so let's give it a go. Let's see what we've got. Durand is back as we fly all the way over to the islands of Japan where it's apparently got crashed.
You'll be heading into Japan for the next mission. The downed UFO is in a densely populated urban area. We'll need to move in and secure the scene before people start panicking.
Agreed. Agreed, Bradford. But the good thing about this is that we're going to have a nice financial windfall even before we hit the base. We may be able to scrape some cash together and get that satellite nexus going. We scraped the bottom of the barrel in many ways, but, you know, it might be something. We're starting in not a good spot.
Approaching the crash site now. Strike team is awaiting your orders.
Affirmative, Big Sky. Strike 1 is free to engage hostile targets at the crash site.
Okay, let's at least see where the nearest packs are. At least we'll get through the mission a little bit here before we get going. Okay, that's awfully disconcerting. I packed a pretty solid squad here because I expected a nasty mission, because it looked like it was going to be a landing for research or something, and I expected massive packs, but it looks like it's actually pretty quiet. So I'm talking so quietly so don't disturb the aliens. Really, there's nothing that we can see from here. Okay. I don't want to have to go house to house. I'm going to try to get inside this building before it goes, and Zyder's going to be watching our backs here. Alright, so who do we need to actually put in cover? I mean, it's got to this point that we actually don't need cover that much. So we have people who are resilient, and we have mechs that can just do ridiculous damage and take in return. Alright, Shadowbee is going to set up here and have the Overwatch at squad site ranges, and her Psi Inspire is going to be very handy here. So Belchior, get you back here.
Designated coordinates.
He's got that sexy Titan armor keeping him safe. So our engineers have got to be safe. I got to say, engineers are targets, apparently. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to get you here to steady, and we'll set up our Grenadier mech for that as well.
I'm on my way.
She has jet boots. She's like, I'm so mobile, but a little squishy. Yeah, she's pretty squishy comparatively. I mean, look at the difference, right? 2 health bars and 3 bars versus 2 health bars, and then, oh, no, it's about the same. It's just, you got a little extra. You got 2 extra hit points. That ain't that bad. And Vasconcelos, I think I'm going to drop out here because we don't see anything. We've had no contact. And no life signs on the battle scanners. So let's go one for all. Your restorative mist, you'll see how good that is later. But for now, we're going to do what he's meant to do. He sounds so badass when he talks. Alright, and everyone else is pretty much going to overwatch. And we'll see what we want. If I hear it in theory, I won't be surprised. Thin men. Is that all we have thus far? Okay, well, I'm gonna pop one more motion track because the first engagement is pretty important in a lot of these. Okay, we have intel that there is a pack directly north of us, and there's also a meld directly west, which I should be able to grab with just someone running the back line if we need to. So what I'm gonna do is actually scan out and see what this is. We set up to engage on our terms. So we need to scan pretty far. We have vision all the way down here. So relative to us, this is about that much distance, so that's about 4 times that distance. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so maybe we should toss it up here and we'll have a better look down. Can we get it up there? Yeah, we can. Alright, Mammy's a pro at this. Alright, let's go right there and see what we see. Or if we don't see, maybe. I'm very curious. Bounce setup. What do we got? Yep. It is an I fucking knew it. It's an ethereal pack with 2 Muton Elite escorts on the high ground. Oh, this is gonna be a bitch to deal with. My hope is that they're just gonna drop down at some point. But man, did we step in it. Okay, I'm glad I took a solid squad. I had a feeling it was going to be a trap landing, and luckily we took down most of their complement before the trap landing became real, but holy crap. Okay, well there's your shock, and there's your, not really, I guess, cliffhanger, but there's your incentive to watch the next episode, because my god, this is going to get kicked off in a quickness. So I have been Urs. This has been another, what will prove to be, I think, a riveting episode of XCOM, and I will see you all next time. Till then...